Hey, 2nd District, State Representative Andrew Barkis coming to you today from a beautiful Capitol campus. And here it is, 1 week after session is over. Probably look a little bit better than the last time I saw you all, because I was in the thick of the battle that we were going on with the ending of the session and dealing with the budgets and all the other stuff that we had to deal with. But today I'm back up on the Hill just wrapping up a few things. We never really stop. We're into interim now, but it never really stops for somebody like myself. We're already starting to think about next session's policy. Gosh, I can't believe that. But you know, this was a tough session this year. We had to deal with an onslaught of policy, an onslaught of budgetary items, of taxation items, just challenges left and right. And unfortunately for the citizens of the state of Washington, contrary to what you might have heard, this was not a really good outcome for the people in the state of Washington. We saw the single largest tax increase that we've seen in 20, 30 years, about $2 billion of new taxes going after business in a way that I haven't seen, and those who have been here a lot longer than me haven't seen in decades, about $2 billion worth. A $52 billion budget, an increase of 18% in our spending. It's crazy, guys. I mean, how we're looking at this with the way the economy is right now, and yes, it's great, but not keeping in mind what's going to be happening here down the road when the economy does turn around. The transportation budget that I was involved in actually did some great bipartisan work, and we were able to pass a budget without pushing forth a revenue package at this point in time, but it's not off the table. It's going to be something we're going to be talking about in the next session and for years to come. But you know, on a positive front, we did do some great things too. We did get at our mental health issue. We did some great housing policy outside of the landlord-tenant policy, but we did some good housing policy, getting at some SEPA reform, the condo liability reform, starting to actually have some serious conversations about the supply issue finally here under the dome. But one of my bills did get through. I think we're going to sign it next couple of days. But the majority of the policy was very detrimental to the industry. It's not going to help the tenants in the long run, as we see a diminishing supply of homes available and more regulatory burden being placed on the property owners in the state of Washington. There are so many things that we had to tackle in a 105-day session. And it sounds like a long time, but when you condense that together with all of the various issues and things that we have to deal with, it's very difficult to deal with all the policy and all the things that we're having to tackle. But I'm proud of the work that I did this year. I'm proud of my team, my colleagues in the House Republican caucus, best caucus ever. The things that we were able to do in the minority were just amazing and outstanding. And we're going to build on that as we go into the interim. Speaking of the interim, guess what? I got to go to my Rotary Club today, which was awesome, being back out in my community, seeing lots of friends and co-business owners and people around. It just was so good to reconnect, and I'll be doing a lot more of that as I start to get back out into the district and getting out to events and meeting with the schools and the businesses and just people in general. We have a ton of people who have already reached out to our office wanting to set up appointments, so it's going to be a busy interim, a busy summer, but with weather like this, can't wait to get back out into the beautiful 2nd District. Probably get up into Mount Rainier and do a little hiking too. I want to thank you all so much for everything that you've done this year and all the emails and contacts, and I want to give a shout out to Kendra, my amazing legislative assistant, who dealt with the thousands and thousands of emails and such. And just thank you for the support, the prayers, and everything that you've just poured forth to me to help me be your advocate, your voice here as your representative in the state of Washington for the beautiful 2nd District. And as I always say, it's an honor and privilege to serve you, the people of the 2nd District in the state of Washington. And I look forward to talking and seeing you again real soon. Have a great one.